Hi folks, this is Max here with hopefully another great political video, and today we're going to talk about the 2021 New Jersey gubernatorial election. Now, I know I already made lots of videos talking about Virginia, one here, one there, I even made a county prediction video, but I never really paid too much attention towards New Jersey gubernatorial election because I didn't deem it to be competitive at all. I always thought that it was going to be a fairly solid victory for Phil Murphy because he's not terribly unpopular. He had relatively high approval ratings, and we're talking about New Jersey, a state which Joe Biden won by over 15 points. That is a safe margin, my friends. Anyway, I was proven wrong. I will admit it. I thought that Murphy was going to win by around 12 points, but it turned out that it would be just a mere, let's look at the polling. It would just be a mere 5 or 6 point victory after all for him. Now, obviously, the election hasn't happened yet. We do not know final results, and polling can always be misleading. I get that. But this race should not be competitive. At no point in the 2020 election was Donald Trump even near as close to carrying the state as Jack Ciattarelli is. Ciattarelli. Now, I believe that he is Italian American, and many New Jerseyans are Italian American too, while Phil Murphy is a Irish Catholic person who originally came from Massachusetts, or at least his family did. Now, obviously, this will not have too much of an impact on the whole thing. I hardly believe that people who maybe had Italian ancestors will vote for Ciattarelli, or people who had Irish ancestries will vote for Phil Murphy simply because of their heritage. But maybe they will, and it's certainly interesting to see. Now, apart from that, if we look at all polls, you see that at first, actually, Murphy had a pretty significant lead. Yeah, if you go from these polls, he's ahead by 17, 11, 26, 28. That is what you'd expect from a New Jersey electorate. But then it became closer. And part of that can be blamed on the fact that Phil Murphy, just like Andrew Cuomo, had his own nursing home scandal where he allowed positive COVID patients back into nursing homes, which possibly caused lots of elderly people to die. So that's absolutely disgusting, and of course, everybody has their own opinions about Phil Murphy. I didn't really used to be too much into that guy, but since I read about that story, I have a more negative opinion about him. But obviously, the incumbent governor is not everything that matters. It is also the candidate who opposes him, Jack Ciattarelli. Awesome name, I would say. Now, as of right now, he's just a usual member of the New Jersey General Assembly, but as I'm actually pretty sure he once made a very bold statement very recently when it said that Obama was coming to campaign in the state. Ciattarelli answered to that question, I don't give a shit. Well, yeah, that's definitely funny, and he had the laughters on his side. But this has history. In both Virginia and New Jersey, Obama was there already once to campaign for candidates in 2009. The Democrats are doing the same right now. They're sending First Lady Jill Biden to Virginia, and Obama's going to New Jersey and to Virginia. Now, obviously, will that pay out for the Democrats? Well, I don't know. I really do not know how much of an energy factor Obama still is these days. I mean, he's basically a retiree, and Jill Biden, come on, there are way more enthusiastic people out there. But in terms of policy proposals, let's check out Ciattarelli, and I think we could do this on his website. Is it mentioned here? Yeah, I can't see a website for either candidate. Well, maybe I'm just doing something wrong. Let's Google it. Yeah, here we go. Now, what is Jack's plan for New Jersey? And we can look it up here. It's still loading. And in the meantime, I'd like to explain that New Jersey was never really a top swing state. It always had a certain partisan lean. It was very conservative back in the 80s. It was pretty Democrat in the 90s, 2000s, and still is today. It always wasn't reach for Republicans, but it was definitely more Democrat during the past few decades. And now let's go to New Jersey. Let's look at Jack's gubernatorial campaign. Now, he's going by his first name, and his motto is "Let's fix New Jersey." Here he has a short video. I'd heavily recommend you check it out. Also, check out Murphy's video if he has one on his website. And his main plans are lowering property taxes, strengthening the economy, stand with law enforcement, rights and freedoms, combating anti-Semitism and prejudice, affordable health care. Yeah, those are actually all very good policies. And, you know, he knows that it is very difficult for a conservative Republican to win in a state like New Jersey. So he's focusing on the right issues. He is focusing on things that day-to-day citizens care about. He's doing what all politicians across the nation should be doing, and he's trying to solve problems that are actually there. And he's doing so with a smile on his face. He's trying to bring people together. He's trying to be a good and caring man, a strong man who takes the government in his hands and tries to lead the state forward into the future, into a better future. I heavily recommend you check out his website again, and I really believe that Jack, his name's difficult to pronounce, I'm sorry, but I really wholeheartedly believe that Jack is the right guy for New Jersey, and if you're a New Jersey resident, please go out and vote for him. I think he'd make an amazing governor. Of course, that's your decision, but he has my endorsement. And that's something that I do not do very often here in this channel. I usually try to get around this and try to be as untelling, as unbiased in my videos as possible. But in this specific case, I really believe that Jack would be a way better governor for the state of New Jersey than Phil Murphy. And it doesn't matter that he's a Republican. Wouldn't matter for me if he was a Democrat. He is the right person for the job, and I think you should support him. That's everything I wanted to say. Now, I really hope he's going to win. I think he might have the ability to make it very close, make it like a 5-point race, and it'd be great if he was going to win. Now, then, as of right now, guys, I hope you liked this video. Likes, comments, and subscriptions are greatly appreciated, and I hope to see you next time. Max, out.